All Things Going Live. Your girl's coming on a little early today because I have to be mom duty later. So I was like, you know what? Let me come early, just maybe 30 minutes early, so I can come and drop a little knowledge. I have my breast cancer awareness sticker bow on. And so I'm here to support and connect with you all. But I realized I didn't have the whole morning because I'm going to try to attend my son's soccer practice today. His little soccer, they have a practice, then they have a little scrimmage match. So I'm going to try to attend that and see him and hang out with him for the morning, something I hadn't done before. So he's doing the 6-week program, and apparently he is like um, natural. He's a natural at it, so he is loving his time. And I said, "Well, Mama's gonna come and see you today, because I hadn't been coming before. So I wanted to make sure I came out to see him and enjoy his soccer time. So we'll talk about that. Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you joining the live. I always say I want to make sure I come here first because YouTube is a little bit better with, starting, and then it'll bring people in your room for a little bit. I can engage, I can connect, I can talk about the etiquette a little bit, and then we move on to um, TikTok. So appreciate everybody joining. Thank you so much for being here. And we're going to talk all things going live. Appreciate everybody being here this morning. And then let me know if you have questions. Like I said, we're going to get started on TikTok in just a few minutes. I'm going to try to get over there and do exactly 90 minutes. So I might have, I'm going to give it 30 more seconds before I head over to TikTok. Like I said, only because I want to see if you all come over, I can give the information about engagement. Okay, so that's what this is all about. I want to make sure I am sharing tips and strategies for engagement. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. How you doing? Let me know who's here. Is this the I'm guessing this is the ideal barista. That was a guess, but if it's not you, friend, I understand. Say hello so I know who you are. And then we'll have some more friends come in. Hello, good morning, everyone coming in. Thank you so much for joining. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. I'm coming on a little early. Hello, friend. Hello, how are you? Hey, thank you for saying hello. Happy Sunday. So I came on like 30 minutes earlier because I'm actually gonna be on mom duty. So I'm going to my son's soccer match. So I figured let me come a little early so I can get off right on time so I can jump in the car and go to the match. But thank you all for being here. So etiquette for my live, I have to give kind of the house rules. Make sure you like and click that like button. Also comment, hello, where are you from? I'm in Florida. And then also make sure you click the subscriber button. So subscribe to the channel. We're growing. We just hit 600 subscribers. So I'm so excited about that. So I appreciate everybody who was coming here and engaging with the live. And then click the bell also to make sure that you get notifications of when I go live and when I post content. I'm going to be posting more content. So that's the goal moving forward. There's the highlights that come here, and I'm going to sit down and start posting some of that for you guys so you guys can have those highlights. And then also make sure you are joining me because I'm going to talk all about live streaming. I'm a creator network agency on TikTok, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And then we're going to, I want to make sure that you guys are getting the information. So I save this as a playlist so you can go back and watch it. So make sure you watch the content. And then finally, if you are 18 years and younger, this is not the channel for you because you have to be 18 years and older to live stream on TikTok. So I'll talk about that quite a bit. So I want you guys to know how to engage. There's so many monetization programs. We talk about those as well. As an agency, we're 125 strong. So we're growing and we're going to continue to grow. So I want you guys to be part of the program too if you want to participate. It's a free program. So let me know who's here. Thank you all for those who have chimed in already. Is it Mary? Appreciate you as well. Thank you all for saying hello this morning. I appreciate the support. I'm about to jump over onto TikTok real quick because, like I said, I'm in a rush this morning and I want to make sure I connect with everybody there. Appreciate you here. Continue to comment and keep it professional, friends. All right. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk all things going live. Appreciate everybody joining my live stream. Let me know if you're in the room, if you're nervous, afraid, scared, shy. We talk about going live, and I want you to go live with confidence and ease, friends. So come on in. We're going to get to talking and chatting. I'm going to share information about my Creator Network program and as well as give you some tips to make sure you go live and that you build your community. So there's a couple of things we're going to be talking about today. So feel free to come on in. We'll get to chatting as well. Thank you all for coming in. I'm up here setting up my screen so I can share it out with our friends in the room. And so feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any questions, um, do not hesitate to put those questions and comments out there so I can help you grow and build your community, friend. And so in the meantime, I'm writing my message to my community. Hello, how you doing? Hello, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Um, and then I have a couple things I want to share. Um, and so we'll talk about that. Hello, friends who are coming in the live. I appreciate you all. I always want to share a couple nuggets. I came on early, like I said before, because I want to make sure I can get off maybe a few minutes early because I'm going to my son's soccer match. So I haven't had a chance to go to his soccer games yet. So I figured let me come in early, let me connect, and then I can jet off by 11. I'm going to get off probably very close to 11. His match starts at 11:30, so I got to make sure I'm done and wrapped up in time to get to his match. So we're going to go to that today. So that's why I'm here a little early. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Unwritten Unstoppable. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you, friend. Let me know it. You said I was scared to open it. She's so funny. You thought it was the imposter. My impersonator's coming over. Like, this is not Dr. Lisa's time. You're so sweet. Thank you for looking out. You said, let me check. Let me check. I'm reporting to TikTok. I know. I'm here early. Like I said, I have my son's soccer. He has a soccer match today, and he's been doing it for 3 weeks, and it's a 6-week program, so I haven't attended any of them yet. So I was like, oh, let me go to this one. Let me get up and go to one. So I can say I've been to at least one, and apparently he is having a ball. He is learning, and he is loving it, and he is kind of like this soccer phenom. So he is. So all the other kids are feeling a certain way because he is the one scoring. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I just started following. Gotta get ready for church. Oh, thank you, Karen, for being here. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much for that. I'm here daily at normally 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. daily. So you can catch me later this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern or tomorrow or later in the week. So it's totally up to you. I'm happy to be here for you. Miss Darlene, how's everything going for you, friend? Appreciate you coming through as well. Thank you all for being here. We're going to get to talking. You're welcome, friend. We're going to get to talking and sharing out the live. Nika Grace, how are you? Coming on in. You said, I'm super early. I know I'm early. I'm making up for all the times I've been super late. So I came on early because I have to go to my son's soccer match. So I said, okay, let me go a little earlier so I can get off by 11. So that's the goal. I gotta get off by 11. You laughing at me? Yeah. So this is makeup. Makeup for all the times I'm late. I came early. I appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you so much for the populars. I got a couple things. I got a couple nuggets I'm dropping today because I want to make sure we're going to do our 6:30 meeting today. You guys should have gotten my email. Hopefully you guys got the email and all is well. And so everybody has that. And then thank you so much for the shares and the likes. I appreciate your friends. And so we'll talk about that. And so, I'm in these TikTok streets. Thank you so much. I'm in these TikTok streets and I hear comments, I think I'm going to address something. I think I'm going to save it for the Zoom call. I'm trying to decide if I want to truly address something that's happened a few times, and there's um it's not everyone. It's not everyone. It's just a few people, and very few, and it's not the majority by any means. Um, because I got the impression that people yes, because I have a lot of information for the Zoom meeting. Do you really? Okay. You wanna chat a little bit now? Let me know. Let me know if we need to chat. Let me know if we need to chat. But I'm happy to talk about it. But I think there's a couple people who think that I am supposed to do their live for them and give them all information. Like they really do think that the onus is up to me to um, and no responsibility on them to trade and research and do information. So it's just something it's just something about how people think, and they choose their live to share their feelings. So really, really bothers me. So I'm trying to decide if I want to address it, but I do know there's some things I am addressing. Yes, address it. We need to keep it integrity and honest. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Because at the end of the day, I want people to learn and grow, but you got to do the work. Like, this is not something where I can do your live for you. And so that has bothered me. So here's what I've decided to do. I will always come here twice a day. I will come here, I will share information, I will share tips and strategies. If you ask me a question, I will absolutely answer it. That's me, that's what I do, that's what I will always do. However, I think I'm going to direct people to where they can get information to. Sounds like they're feeling insecure, very insecure, very insecure. And you can't sit on the live and just think that, oh, well, nobody's training me, nobody's helping me, nobody's teaching me, but you're sitting on the live every day. That's not fair. That's not fair to say, well, you're not getting trained and you're not coming to my twice a days. You barely come to the Zooms. You pop in, pop out, and then all of a sudden you're feeling a certain way. And you choose the live to make it sound like, oh, you're not getting support. That's problematic. That's really problematic. And so I guess I feel a certain way about it because I was like, well, these are people where I'm going above and beyond, both with my time, with my knowledge, with my money, above and beyond. And because obviously, this whole venture doesn't become profitable until you have like a whole lot of creators, and so it's a thing, you all. And so I guess I got under my skin yesterday because it's like not the first time I've heard it or seen it, and it's bothersome. So because of that, I'm telling people, okay, here's what you need to do to get information. You go find it, you go seek it out, you get it yourself. That's it. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to teach you how to swim. Teach you how to fish. Is that it? Teach you how to fish. Call them out in the Zoom meeting. Call them out. Oh, I know you must be in there. Yeah, I'm in the red. I'm in the red. It's an interesting concept. I'm definitely in the red. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I can't stay in the red forever. My husband will be like, miss, what's going on here? So, but I do know it's like 6 months before you start feeling not in the red. Yes, yes. And that is kind of the notion. It'll pay off. So I just have to stay at it. But with that, it's not helpful when you have people who are being very rude, disrespectful, as well as insecure, entitled. You fill in the blank, fill in the blank. So I'm distancing myself from those people. So you'll see me operating a little differently because there's definitely some bad actors, and I'm kind of over it now. I've been very nice, but I'm over it now. I'm fully over it in that way. I want to know who they are. That's how TikTok works. At least that's what we are banking on. Yes, yes, all of the above. Yes, thank you so much, friends. So, yeah, people can invest in themselves in a way to help themselves grow. Then you can't sit back and think that I'm going to run your live stream. I can't be there and babysit you all day long. I can give you tips, I can give you strategies, but it's going to be up to you to do the work. And if you don't want to show up, or if you are showing up and you just want to come on the screen and just sit there and talk, and maybe have some multi guests that you're talking to, your friends and family, then you're not training, you're not learning, you're not growing. I can't come on your live every day, so that bothers me. I haven't heard anything but wonderful things about. I know. The ones that are being wonderful are being wonderful. Seriously, that I do appreciate. The ones who are being wonderful, which is what what I normally hear, is just a few. And it's always the 80-20 rule. When you have 80% of the people saying great things, is that 20%, and the 20% takes up 80% of your time. So it's that rule that I'm dealing with. Um, Thank you so much, Nika. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you. How you doing, Caitlin? Thank you so much. You said emotional damage. Caitlin said, "I'm listening to this. Let me chime in." They got some emotional damage going on. They know you watching, not too bright. I know. I know. I know. So for that reason, I'm distant. So I won't make myself available for one-on-ones. I'm not making myself available for a one-on-one with somebody who is not investing the time to do their own work. I will not do that. I'm not spending time with people who are not spending the time to do the research, to do the work, to understand this platform. I can't do that. And here's the reality. I know what I do is unique and an anomaly, because there's a lot of agencies where they don't do none of that. We know this. So because of that, I'm like, okay, I'm showing up in this way. I expect for people to do the work as well. And so I won't invest in people like that. Um, uh, you said, so what does that look like? What does that look like? They know you said, what does what look like? Let me know, Nika. What does what look like in terms of what, friend? I missed it. Did you get filtered? Was there a comment before that? Let me know. You won't do, I won't do one-on-ones with people who are not doing the work. So, what does that look like? Nika said, is that me? Nika, no, it's not you, friend, because you do the work. You do the work. I mean, if you say yes. No, Nika, no, I know that's not me. No, I'm not referring to you, because here's the deal. You said, I study. That's it. That's it. You study. You do the work. Now, going live is a whole, you're trying to get yourself to the live stage more often. But at the end of the day, you come back, you understand this app, you understand the information, you're doing the work. Now, there are people who literally do nothing. And then they're like, oh, well, this is what I thought. You should come to me. Nobody's come to me. Hey, Luna. How you doing, friend? Luna, who else came in? Natty Nat, I think I saw Natty Nat. So yes, Dr. Lisa's on the little soapbox today. So when I'm combing the streets, y'all, when I'm combing the streets at night, there are, or not necessarily only at night. There's throughout the day too, but yeah. You say you're early. Yes, I have to go to my son's soccer game at 11, so I'm heading out at 11. Um, so long story short, there's people who are here that are not doing any of the work, and so and I've heard on multiple occasions where um, they've said something kind of disrespectful, insulting. So I'm like, huh, is that what you think? And so I've popped in on their live a couple of times just to address, comments, and just make sure. I was like, huh, maybe I should just come in and support, because apparently they don't. They're, yeah. So apparently they think otherwise about the type of support I'm giving. And I was like, okay, so let me just pop in and just give a little support. But I realized I've done that. Well, actually, I've done it like 4 times now. And I'm like, this person is really toxic. This person is, who was Caitlin? She said emotionally damaged. So, and so for that reason, I was like, I can't play games with this person anymore. And I'm not about to do it. So that it's actually like 3 people. But this person is like a repeat offender. A repeat offender. So I don't play games like that. What could they possibly have said? I know. Um, they've said stuff like, well, I'm sitting here and nobody's come to me and helped me at all. I'm not getting any kind of support and training. So I'm clutching my pearls because I show up here twice a day. I do a Zoom meeting on Sundays, literally for the past 10 weeks. And so for you to say that, that means that you are not making any efforts. That speaks volumes about you because clearly I'm showing up. So that's one thing. And then what annoyed me is that their understanding is still wrong about the app and about different features. And I was like, well, how is that still the case? You've been here for several, literally months now, and you're still interpreting things incorrectly. Like, that's a you problem if you're showing up going live and you still don't understand these features because you're not trying to learn them. You're waiting for somebody to come and teach you. That's a problem. That's a big problem in how you think and operate. So for that, I'm like, I need to keep my distance from this person. This person is toxic. Oh, toxic. Yeah, I know who it is. Okay, gotcha. You know who I'm talking about. Yes, yes. You said, oh, you know who I'm talking about then. Nikki, you know who I'm talking about because I think you've been by there. I wish I would have heard someone talking. It's a whole problem in terms of the whole live stream. It's a problem. So I'm done. You said not our people. Oh, yeah. So yeah. Um, you said right. I'm shocked too. Hello, friends. So that type of person, I need to make sure I don't invest any time into. I can't do that. I'm not investing time in people who are not investing time in themselves, and then are going to be like insulting or rude about what I'm doing. I am always last to know. Yeah. How you doing, Love Universified? I appreciate you being here, friend. Yeah, so for that reason, I can't do that. So any type of support that that person needs, I'm directing them to the TikTok, the Creator Academy, TikTok Shop Academy. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. I won't be meeting. We don't have a meeting to do. We're good. If you feel like I haven't been supporting, you really gonna feel how I haven't been supporting. If you feel like what I've shared has not been accurate information for you, then you really are gonna see. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own. Because I won't be doing that. Here's the thing: when they do that, their bad mouth and the Asian thing, that will spread. I know. That's what I don't like about it because at the end of the day, that to me is toxic. That's toxic. Let me say that could spread. Yeah, that's toxic. So I don't like that. I don't like people like that. Comment inbox. You said inbox. You love universe. You said let me know. So yeah. So because of that, and yeah, here's the reality of it, you all. When people talk bad about good people, they are really talking about themselves. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And here's the reality. I recognize that this is not a full time job for a lot of people, and there is a learning curve. Don't get me wrong, I get that. I guess I take insult into what I'm trying to do is to support and help. And when you don't do the research and the work and you don't understand things and you continue to do that, then that's your MO and that's how you are. And so those type of people I have problems with. I really do because that's innately them. Everybody's the problem with them. That's that personality. Everybody else is not helpful, not helping me because they don't want to do the work. Okay, so so I woke up with this because I went to bed with this. So I apologize, y'all, because I really don't try to bring that part of this. And so it is problematic. So with that, I won't. So not that I'm not going to do one-on-ones with any of you in the room. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with scheduling one-on-ones with people who haven't done the work. So you'll hear me now be very clear about, okay, here's what you need to do before I show up and we sit down and have a conversation. Because I can't invest my time because it's very limited on someone who's not going to invest the time to do the work. How you doing, Sherry? How you doing, Dr. Trish? Good morning. You're good. Keep it real. I know. Thank you. Yeah, so if you're not going to invest the time to do the work, I'm not going to invest the time to do the work for you. Okay? So if you choose to show up here and take in some of the stuff I'm sharing, you said, I love the pink ribbon. Yes, I got my mammogram yesterday. So I wore my ribbon. So I got my mammogram last night. And actually the facility, I found out that's their normal schedule. They stay open. Essentially they have appointments from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's an imaging office, and they primarily do the mammograms at that facility. And it's Monday through Saturday, and they have twice a month that they open on Sundays too. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So yeah, so I was like, oh, so when I scheduled the appointment, I just thought it was October, maybe it was a special late edition availability. But she was like, no, that's her regular schedule. I was like, wow, that's awesome. I got my routine mammogram and sonogram coming up myself back to back. Yes, yes. Majority of us think you're doing amazing, and we are beyond grateful for you. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate that. No, I get it. I know that is the majority. That's all I hear. It annoys me when I don't hear that. I guess that's what I'm saying. When I don't hear that, and I get crap, and I've gotten crap from it. There's about three. There's about three that I would put on my list, my list of bad actors. And so when I get crap, I'm like, ooh, this was a bad decision. So I need to be a little bit more discerning about people. So that too. So as an agency, I just have to think through, like, who do I want to support? Who do I want to be here and invest my time into? Because I can't invest my time in people who don't first of all appreciate the time I'm investing, as well as who are not willing to do the work themselves. So that to me is problematic. All of us know you're doing amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And the other thing I'm going to say, and this is probably a new thing, because I talk about TikTok Shop. I can talk about how to get TikTok Shop. I can talk about how to set up your shop. But when it comes to TikTok Shop, and I say it all the time, it is a thing. And if you are not willing to learn about TikTok Shop, then again, the onus is on you to do that. Okay, it's not on me. I cannot run your shop for you. I cannot do that work for you. TikTok Shop, if you do it wrong, you will get violations. And I'm not a TikTok Shop agency. So I'm creating maybe a little bit more boundary around that now too, because I'm realizing now I say it as a strategy to turn on your card, talk about products, make sure they align with your topic if you want to do that. But you don't have to do that. You absolutely don't have to do that. And you shouldn't do that if you don't know what you're doing. I will say that. Don't do it if you don't know what you're doing, because you won't be like, oh, well, I keep getting violations and all this other stuff, and it's TikTok Shop violations. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? That's what I would tell you. And so when you do it, you got to know what you're doing, and you got to do the research. You got to go back and read the information. And if you're not willing to read the information, then if you get a violation for TikTok Shop, then that is going to be on you. Because I can't invest time there, because it is a separate program. It is not in the agency. And there are several people who don't touch it, and that is totally fine. And really, people shouldn't touch it if you don't know what you're doing. And I cannot spend time on TikTok Shop to any great detail, because it is its own entity. They probably have cognitive differences. Yeah, that's true. Dr. Lisa, we know you want the best for us. Yes, yes, and I'm trying to teach how you can monetize in different ways. That's really what I'm trying to do. I don't want you guys to sit back and be like, oh, no one's coming to my live stream. I'm not monetizing. There's multiple ways to monetize: super fans, subscriptions, the battling, the TikTok Shop if you want to do that, the other campaigns. There are multiple ways, but it requires you to do the work, to research it, and feel, as if you understand it for yourself. Because this can't be a person where you think, oh, well, as an agency, you're going to come and do all this for me. No, I'm not. I can't. I don't have the capacity. I won't be doing it anyway. Because this is your live stream. Every individual, you handle my favorite. Every individual, you run your live stream, okay? You run your live stream. I can't do it for you. It is your live stream. And so that's what I'm trying to express, because again, I think there's this misunderstanding about my role and what your role is, and we got to get that straight. Hello, good morning, friend. Is it right? Good morning. I was on Event Fest. I love being on your panel last night. Thank you so much for inviting me up. I appreciate you inviting me up, my favorite. I appreciate that. I was in the streets a few times in the evening last night with a couple different people. Okay, the voice guru, she hasn't come in yet. She's on the West Coast. She had a nice panel too. And so my favorite did an impromptu battle, and the voice guru, she did 2 impromptu battles too. So it was really cool to see how you guys are now trying to battle a little bit more. We had a great time too first. Yeah. Um, early over here. Oh, it's early for you too. What time's where are you at, Nika? You're on the West Coast right now too? My favorite, you're in East Coast, Georgia, I believe. You're in the state of Georgia. I think that's where you're at. So I say all that because, like I said, there. Ooh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, that is early. Yes. Okay, you're in the ATL. Nice, nice. Okay, you're in Arizona, Nika. Nice. Yeah. So I came on, as you guys can tell, I came on a little bit earlier today because I have to get off by 11. So I'm gonna stay on to about 11 because my son has a soccer match, and so I'm going to a soccer game. I had missed the last three, so I said, Mommy's gonna show up, and he's been doing really well, y'all. So they may have to sit him on the bench because none of the other kids can get points because he's one of those kids where he sees the ball, he's going for the ball, no matter if it's his team or the opponents. He's going for the ball, and apparently he's scoring all the points. So I wanted to see him in action. My husband has a lot of video footage, and he was like, I'm gonna tell the coach to make him sit down for a little bit. so, so I was like, well, let his mama see him first before you make him sit down. so, so we'll see. But he's loving it. He's loving it. So it's 5 year olds, so they don't have the goalies and all that stuff yet. So it's just really just the goal, and he's like he gets the ball from the footage I've seen, and he takes it right to the little goal, and he's getting it, scoring all the points. So he's having a good time. Um, so I started this live kind of venting because my favorite. It wasn't your live, actually it was after your live, because once I got off your live there's a few other creators that were live, and so there's another live I had the opportunity to ear listen and realize that this person is definitely not someone who is being um, self-motivated, driven, and actually kind of rude and disrespectful about, yeah, ear hustled a little bit. Yes, ear hustled. And and saw how they were being rather rude. And this is not the first time. It's interesting. So I think what has happened, and I'm just going to be honest with you all, I don't get a chance to listen often. And it just so happens every time I do, this person is saying something negative. Like, I was like, how is it every time I pop down and listen? And I don't know if it's just intuition or whatever the case may be. This person is saying something every time, every single time, without fail. And I was like, wow. So this person gets on their live to say negative things constantly. Now, I think there's some other dynamics at play, and so with that, that bothers me. But that's a whole other conversation, without divulging who I'm talking about. But with that being said, I do need to operate differently. So I guess I'm saying, like, I need to make sure I give set the expectation that these are your lives. This is what you need to do. So if you are going to learn and train and grow and you want to do all that, then you got to invest the time in it. And there's people, all the people in this room right now who do that. You are going to other lives, learning from other creators. You are doing the research. You're looking online. You're looking up information. You're bringing that information to your community. You are sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, all that to help others. This person don't do that. So for that, I'm like, ugh. So yeah, so I got to be careful about how I operate. I will continue to show up twice a day and do trainings and talk and stuff. Like I said, TikTok Shop is a new thing for a lot of you in the room. I want you all to understand TikTok Shop is a thing, so you just got to be mindful and careful about that. Hello, thank you for the follow, friend. And so thank you for the populars as well. And so thank you for the shares. I see all you guys. Thank you for the support. I appreciate all that. Um, so you got to realize TikTok Shop is a thing, and I want you guys to be mindful of that. But what I'll say is, if you're going to engage in TikTok Shop, then you got to make sure you understand some of the rules and understand how to do it successfully. How you doing? Is it RC? Thank you so much for being here. Um, And so you got to understand the rules. So I think that is important. TikTok, especially TikTok Shop, has multiple trainings. Matter of fact, when you first start, it actually tells you to go through some of their initial trainings so that you understand it. So I'm going to ask people to do that. I'm also going to say, I'm going to point people to the academy so you can really understand TikTok Shop. I'm happy to talk about different things I do on my live, but again, it has to. I'm gonna push it back on people to do the training. I'm gonna talk about violations that happen from an agency perspective, because one of the biggest violations that I'm hearing quite a bit from people, and it's not. And let me say this: it's not. If you go back and look at the guidelines, it's happening in the agency, is happening for you guys as a restriction, not a violation. So the static image one is coming up quite a bit, and the static image is also coming up in relation to the shopping cart. So technically, it's a TikTok shop violation. So if you get a chance to go look at it, you'll see where it says TikTok shop policy. So I'm seeing that quite a bit where people are sharing that with me. So we'll talk about that too. I just want to make sure people understand some of the things you got to be aware of, and in our 6:30 tonight, I'm gonna go through. You say yes, mind word. Yes, yep. It's a TikTok shop violation. So you got to be careful when it comes to TikTok shop. It is operating under what is it? The FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. And so when you think about sharing information with your audience about products and services and stuff, and you're broadcasting that and you're giving that message, you got to make sure you communicate it effectively. And so TikTok is making sure when you have products in the cart, it's almost like when you think about a commercial. How do you know when you have a TikTok shop violation? It says it on the screen, and the violation. You get a message in your inbox too, so it goes as a system notification. So you'll see it there too, and you'll see it under TikTok Shop Creator under that area. You'll see that violation too. So I'll show you real quick. Um, okay, I haven't gotten one. Yeah, if you haven't, if you would know when you get one, you would know it. You would know it. It is not a surprise. However, I'm gonna see if I can show you real quick, because on my shop page I've gotten them, so it's no surprise. Yes, you will know. She said, yes, you will know. You will know. So I'll show you on my shop page. So I'm on my shop page. I am gonna go to TikTok Studio. I don't wrong place. Let me change my mirror so I can show you correctly. Okay, so we're gonna go here to TikTok Studio, and under TikTok Studio, you're gonna go to TikTok Shop for Creator. So I'm here for TikTok Shop Creator, and then as you scroll down, there's a couple different places, but at the very bottom of everybody's TikTok Shop, is this account health, account standing. Okay, how you doing, Black Lotus? Who else came in? I think somebody else came in. Thank you so much. So see that I'm not in the green right now. I need to get my score up. My score is low. It shows you right here. It shows violations. I had a video violation. They took 24 points for that violation too. Be careful with the health and wellness products. And which is why my thing is so low, because I was like 200 and I think it was like 225 and it dropped significantly. Okay, yes, I saw that they are doing the health thing now. Yes. So you got to be careful. Oh no. You got to be careful, and then it'll tell you if you had a violation. You can see your past violations, and you could do these quizzes and all this other stuff. So all that is there. Because I haven't been on shop lately to like post products and do shoppable lives, your score improves the more you do it. You just have to kind of put more content out there so it can raise the score and you do better and make sure you don't get any new violations. But I need to get over there and kind of work on this account to raise it up. Are you an agent? I am in need of some help. How you doing? I am an agent. Craft by Mookie. How are you, friend? Do you go live already? Let me know if you go live already. And I'm happy to talk about the agency as well. Do they drop off after 90 days? The violations Okay, let me say this. You do see where the violations get archived. So does it drop off? You got to improve your score. You got to work on improving that health score. So you'll see. Hold on one second. Does it show it? Well, hold on one second. So the ones, so you can filter and see any of your older violations. So I guess theoretically, yes, it drops off by 90 days because I'm seeing my older ones and they seem to be archived. And so they're in there, but they're not showing like listed here. Um, my health score hasn't improved though. So ask me in maybe another month and let me see if my score goes up. So by November, I'll know if this one drops off and the score goes up. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think that had an impact. I don't think it's going to have an impact to my score until I start going and doing shoppables more and putting more out there to raise the score up. So I think that's it. Um, and okay, I'll be watching mine also. Yes, yes. And so what I'll say is that you want to make sure that you continue to produce. When you get those, it doesn't stop you until it tells you like, oh, okay, you're banned or something like that. It doesn't stop you, but it does impact your health score and it does impact how you're visible when it comes to shoppable lives and stuff. So it does have an impact on your visibility. So you don't have as high of a reach. Um, so just know it does have an impact. So just kind of be careful of that. But what I was sharing earlier is that, you know, when it comes to TikTok Shop, it's its own thing. And I'm really saying, you know, for you to be successful at this, you got to do the trainings. So when you first start, as a new TikTok Shop person, there's training videos in here. Thank you for the October. There's going to be a lot of training videos in here, learning from other creators. There's all this information in here, knowing about the health score. When you go up higher, the TikTok Shop toolkit, there's a whole academy. There's an academy in here. So you got to do the trainings. You got to go in and understand clearly all the things you need to do. Understand the creator performance policies, all that. They actually, like I said, at the beginning stages, they actually have these training videos for you to participate in. So you understand how to do a shoppable live. You can search up here. If I did live, creating live shopping, preparing to go live masterclass series, how to run a successful live module of TikTok Live Manager. So again, you said that's cool. It's all in there. So that's why I said I'm moving away from talking about shop in very detail because there's a misunderstanding about shop being easy. It's not. It's not easy. It is something you need to learn and understand before you turn on that shopping cart, and you need to invest the time into that. I'm saying that very clearly now because I don't want people to think like, oh, well, I turned on the shopping cart, I got shop, and now I'm going to be great. No, you got to do the research. You got to understand TikTok Shop. You got to understand it thoroughly as you do it so that when you get a violation or if you do something that is not in accordance with the TikTok Shop policy, you understand what that policy is and you understand how to do it successfully. So that's why I'm telling people do shop because my agency is not a shop agency. So I can't take responsibility for shop violations because I don't even see those. But you also got to take responsibility for your actions in your live because it's your live. And if you're not doing the research and not understanding it and expecting me just to give you all the training on it, that's not fair. So you got to do your own work. So I'm saying that clearly because essentially that's happened. Thank you so much for that, friend. I've watched quite a few. We'll continue. Yes, it's a thing, and I don't want people to think that shop is super easy. It's not. It's not. And in any live, it's not easy. I'm just going to say that because you got to do the training. If people are not doing their own research and understanding how to do TikTok, in my favor, you are awesome because you do a lot of research. I mean, you're able to connect the dots for folks. And that's important because you bring that knowledge and that information to your live. And people, I was on a panel with her yesterday and her community was so appreciative of her and just understanding all that she's offering them. And so just know that if you're doing that research and doing your own homework, it's going to show. your community. It'll reflect in how you communicate and how you are understanding all this. But you got to do the work. And you can't expect me to run your live. That's not what I do. So I'm saying that very clearly. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. Um, so if you're not doing your own homework and research and understanding this, then yeah, and you can't complain when things are not going right because of what happened in the live. So, um, all right, friends. So today's Zoom call, we're going to thank you so much, Richmond Sun Sunflower. So today's Zoom, we'll talk about this a little bit more because the static image is coming up quite a bit. Static image is coming up for folks. And again, that is a TikTok shop policy violation. So TikTok shop is very strict about what you're doing in your live stream. So be careful when you turn on that shopping cart. And again, don't turn it on if you don't know how to work it. So I will say that much. But at the same time, what happens is TikTok is being very strict, and it started in October. I've had multiple people get this violation. If you are in your live, if you are if you are still and maybe you're listening intently, then that is something where TikTok says you have to have the movement. You have to have that movement. That's even coming up for big creators. A lot of static. Yeah, the static image is coming. Yeah, there. Yeah, because I think what's happening, y'all, and you guys brought this to my attention. Those sleep lives. People have been sleeping in lives. TikTok's like, what in the world? And so those sleep lives is, yeah, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. So, um, so essentially, yeah, people are getting a static image violation. And you said, I'm glad they get rid of it. Thank you, Daddy Nat. Appreciate you, friend. Hi, Patty. How you doing? Yes, they are. Yeah, they're sleeping. And so TikTok's like, no, not no more. So I know, my favorite. You mentioned that you might have gotten up at one point to let your dogs out. Um, the pause feature. Let me, because I paused my live yesterday. I'm gonna pause it real quick here. When you go to more with the three dots, you can pause your live. Okay. Okay, so I just paused it so you guys can see what it looks like. So you can pause your live. You cannot pause your live if you have a panel up. So if you ever have a situation where you need to pause your live, you might need to let your panel down and say, hey guys, I have to run and do this real quick. I need to pause my live. I'm gonna bring the panel down. I'll bring it back up when we come back. Don't leave, whatever the case may be. But if you need to pause your live, that's fine. But know that that is something that you got to be careful with, especially if you are engaging in TikTok shop too. You said they ruined it. And again, the static image is not just TikTok shop, but I think a lot of people are having their shopping cart on to accommodate quarter 4. So you're seeing a lot of that happening. I used to see those a lot, but not anymore. Yes. Hello, how y'all doing? Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much for that, Miss K Latte. Appreciate the follow as well. Um, and so that's happening a lot for people, and I guess I want to make sure people understand, like, okay, you got to have movement and activity in your live stream. And again, it's the TikTok violation from the TikTok shop side too. That's what I'm seeing mainly. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate your friends. Good morning. Good morning, all that are coming in the room. Hey, Leanne too. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. My new people in the room, Carissa, how are you? And others that are coming in the room, let me know if you have questions. I think I had a friend ask about the agency as well. So let me know if there's any questions. I'm happy to answer questions. And let me know if you are interested in a creative network agency so I could talk about that as well. I do have a hard stop at 11, so I came on a little earlier just to talk through that, to talk and connect with you guys. I will be back at my regular time at 4, so I will be back. And so I do these 2 a days. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for being here. Aisha, thank you for being here as well. You said it'll balance out probably. It's just a recent change. Yes. Well, but TikTok is enforcing it, and TikTok. So from an agency perspective, TikTok sent it to the agency side. So it's in the community guidelines for everybody, but they sent it to us because what they're saying is like, hey, if you have creators under you, you need to let them know about this particular violation. That's why I've been talking about them in our Zoom meetings. I brought it up here. It was like you need to let them know because the way the verbiage is, if you get 6 of these, your account gets banned. So they're being really strict about this one. So if you get 6 of these static image violations, um, you could lose your account for it. So just know if it's something that keeps coming up for you, let's get in front of it sooner than later. Yeah, yeah, it's that strict. The policy, I sent it to a few people who got it. So so I wanted to make sure, and I'll add it to the school platform so you guys can see that, because that is something you want to be very aware of in terms of what's happening in your live stream. What I've heard also is that people said when they're on the multi-panel, they have the panel, and they're listening intently to their panelists and they're not moving. You know, you could just shift a little bit. You'll notice like when I have people up on my in my boxes, I'll move and I'll do little things. I'm smiling, I'm nodding. There's expression that's happening as opposed to me just sitting still listening, because TikTok is paying attention to your box as the host. So you got to make sure you're having some expression, some movement as you're listening intently, because again, your box is the one that's really ultimately responsible for the live stream. He said, I'll be back. My friend has a few. She doesn't even know the rules. Yes, yes. Did you see it? I did send it to you. I did. I sent you a message, the real Miss Bev. Yeah. So I sent you a message yesterday. So you have that in your inbox. Um, so and if you don't see it in your inbox, let me know, because there were screenshots. Somebody else said they didn't see my screenshots. I think it was Dr. Trish when I sent her something else. So let me know. Okay. So let me know clearly if you're not seeing it. I'm going to add it to the school platform because I want you guys to go there and get information too. So I will make sure I do that today. Matter of fact, let me write myself a note to do it, because I will say that. Because I'm going to add it under the community guidelines. I added there static images. There are screenshots. Let me add the screenshots. Does our video have to be on all the time? Does your video have to be on all the time? What do you mean by that, Miss K-Latte? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? When you're on your live, you can pause it. I think they let you pause it up to 5 or 6 times if you need to do something. If you turn off your video, what do you mean by that? Because you should have your video on, so you could pause it. Let me know what you meant by that. If you're saying something else, if you just need to run to the bathroom, go tend to something at your door or whatever, you should pause. You should pause your video. Yeah, you should pause the live stream. Back. Okay. Nika, like I said, I'll add it to our when we have a panel members up talking. Should you pause your live, or do you? Oh, you're saying, do you turn your video off while they're talking? To turn your video off while they're talking, I think your video has to be on. I don't know if you can turn your video off the whole time. I think you can pause it because you're still the host. So to turn your video off, we have to test that. I don't think you can. Now you got me thinking, can you turn your video off as the host? I'm thinking you're the host and you can pause, but that's probably what it amounts to. Let's see, can I come up? Yes, let me have you come up. We're gonna test it out too. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, my video, so you're here. Let's see. So you're saying this.
What happened is I see people, they'll be in a panel and it's still chatting, and the host will turn their video off, but they're still going, we still engaging each other. So that's what I did the other day. And when I turned my video off, that's when it sent that violation or just a reminder. And so I said, well, I passed a lot of people are doing that the video, because I even asked the person, I said, can I turn my video off? And they was like, yeah, you can turn it off, because everybody else's video was off. We was just chatting, and everybody else's video was off, and mine was off, and we was still
Let
chatting.
me understand something. Did you have your shopping cart on?
I did have my shopping, so I don't know if it went off. I'm not sure if I turned it off because we talked. That was the first thing I did. I did a match, then I did shopping, and then I went in the panel.
Go check and see when you see that violation. Does it say a TikTok shop policy violation?
Okay, I could do that.
That's what that violation mainly relates to, TikTok shop. So
TikTok.
that's where I'm seeing most people who get that violation is because of TikTok shop. You can use the voice chat if you want to. Yeah, yeah. So what Nika's saying is that you probably shouldn't have a live stream. You should make it a voice chat where people are on the boxes and it's just your voice if you want your camera off.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Yeah, and I'll start doing that again. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah. So like if I cut my camera off, let me see real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So my camera's off. I don't
And
have
that's
my
how you
TikTok.
was doing.
I don't have my TikTok shop on. I didn't turn on my cart. But I think what happened for you was that maybe that's a TikTok shop violation
Okay, I will
because
check.
your camera needs to be on if you're doing shoppable lives.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, friend.
Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
bye.
Yeah. So yeah, just pay attention to that. And pay attention to that and just make sure you're operating that way. Like I said, shop is a whole thing. Okay, I got it. Okay, perfect. It did show up. Okay, that's good. Shop is a whole thing. And again, I tell people that because I don't want you guys to sit back and be like, well, first of all, let me say this. The agency is not a TikTok shop agency. So first and foremost, it is not a TikTok shop agency. So those violations I don't see. I have not seen the static violation for anybody who has shared that with me. I have not seen it at all for you all. Because again, it's on the TikTok shop side, most of them, if not all of them. And so just know you got to be aware of how to run shop and what I'm telling people to do so that there's no misunderstanding about the rules and regulations for shop. I'm saying go look at the academy, look at the videos, do the training before you turn your shopping cart on, before you even engage in TikTok shop. Because if you don't know how to run it and you haven't looked at any of the videos, and let me say this, I looked at videos and I did all that training. However, it's constantly changing. There's updates all the time, just like there's updates here. And I'm not up to speed with all the updates over there. So that's why I said you got to be versed on your own about TikTok shop. If you have a violation and we don't see it, you see it. I see. Okay, let me explain the difference between violations and restrictions. I see violations. So I'm actually going to talk about this in the Zoom meeting today because I'm going to pull up the newer community standards, kind of the summary of it, and there are specific violations people get. The fraud and scam is a big one. Harassment is another one. I haven't seen that one. I've seen the fraud and scam one um, for creators. So those those are violations are when TikTok suspends your account. That's what agencies see. If your account is suspended over 24 hours, usually it's like 4 days or a week, then an agency will see that and we can step in and submit an inquiry on your behalf. Those restrictions, I tell you, it's like the difference between when you think about in high school, you would get a detention and you would have this timeout that you have to go to the detention room afterwards, after school versus being suspended. Suspended means you had to leave the school, you can't come back for a couple of days, your parents got to come back with you and make sure all that is done. So it's a bigger deal than the detention. And so restrictions are that. So you're getting these warnings or restrictions for the static image. It can turn into a situation where your account is banned or you get a strong violation for not being in accordance with TikTok's community guidelines. Who has a right when you're doing shop lives, being visible, selling products? That's it. You got to. It's you are selling products, and so you need to understand the selling products process. So I don't want people to feel like, oh well, Dr. Lisa should have told us. No, Dr. Lisa should not have. No. Y'all need to read it on your own. You need to understand TikTok shop. I'm saying that very clearly. TikTok shop is a whole thing that you need to understand and do the research on. If someone was going to primarily do shop lives, would you say another agency would be best? Not me. You're so funny. So not me. You know what? Honestly, yes. Let me say that. So absolutely, absolutely. Because if nothing else, I learned, and this is from my experience with the shop agency, they get a lot of the insider information, just like I get some things that TikTok will pass along to me as an agency. They get information as well. They get information from sellers, brand deals. They understand the different campaigns that are rolling out. So they get a lot of insider information. So you will want to make sure you're tied to a TikTok creator. What is it called? TikTok Shop Partner Agency. That's what it's called, the TikTok Shop Partners Program. So you want to go that route. You absolutely should if that's what you think you're going to be doing. Doing TikTok shop lives were starting my live when pinning, and the whole time I pin, I'm showing product. Yep, that's it. And just be careful about pinning and unpinning. But yeah, I think that's the right way to do it. Yep, yep. TikTok shop is its own creator, and it's a beast. Thank you, Halaku. It is a. I say it all the time. It is a beast. If you did not know that, it is a beast. Why didn't you let me pin your comment? Okay, interesting. So yeah, so if you did not know that, it is a beast, and you should be aware of it before you dip your toe into it. And again, otherwise, don't turn on the shopping cart. I'm gonna tell you that now. Don't turn on the shopping cart. If you don't know what you're doing and you feel reluctant about it, don't turn it on, because I don't want you to be frustrated by it. And honestly, you have to do your own research on that. If I have a second TT shop only account, would I be able to join a shop specific agency? Yes. Yes. I did it. So yes. Yes. Absolutely. It's a different agency, but you have to do a separate account for that. But yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Soft Life University. Appreciate you, friend. Um, so I can be in both. Yes. So the Creator Network agency is for lives, live streaming. The TikTok Shop Partners program, Wealthy Rising Lovely, thank you so much, is a separate program. I'll show you real quick on my shop page. So if you are here under the toolkit, scroll down. I know it's backwards for you guys. It says top live partners. This is the top ones. And so it goes through a list of the. Oh, my internet's off. Okay, there we go. Something happened. Now I gotta turn around. Let me turn my mirror around. This is the top one. You guys can take a look at this list. This list is not exhaustive, and so you can see there are definitely other agencies out here for a shop. So there's a lot on this list. I will say this is the top ones, and so they're very strict about who they bring in. And let me be clear, they are not about training beginners. Okay? So again, when I say you do your research, you understand how to do shop, you know a little bit to be dangerous, then you go over to an agency, because they don't spend a lot of time, especially in quarter four. Like right now, at the time to join, because they're already in the midst of quarter four. But don't go there just thinking you're gonna get your hand held. It's not many that do that. They're not. They are moving. You're selling. You're doing the thing. So they may have some resources, some training here and there, but again, you got to make sure you take advantage of that information and do your own work. Okay. So there are not many that are very hand holding. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, gotta do it in phases with new products as I get comfortable with it. Do want to be healthy products. Okay, and you know the healthy products, you gotta be careful about what you say. But yeah, okay. So that's this is where I'm gonna encourage you all to do your research. Go in here to this toolkit. When we talk about TikTok Shop Toolkit, Make sure you understand what's there. Look at the academy. That academy is there with a little graduation cap. It says it clearly, grow your earnings and followers. It tells you all these tips. So go to the academy. That's where you want to go. It's a heavy duty sales environment and they're about to gear up for holiday season too. Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I say that in all earnest. Like, I don't want you guys to get back and say, oh, well, Dr. Lisa, you said, Dr. Lisa, I should. No, Dr. Lisa is not talking about shop in that way. Like I said, I can give you some tips on how to get it. I can give you some tips on how to set up your shop. I can give you some tips about how to do your shoppable live if you're just trying to pin some products related to your live topic. But what I'm going to say, and I'm going to continue to say this, go to the shop page. Make sure you do the training. Make sure you look at the academy. Make sure you read all the resources there. Make sure you understand shop because you cannot say Dr. Lisa told you something and you didn't do the reading on your own. Okay? Because I don't train on shop like that, as well as is your responsibility to know the information. So um, and so that's what I'm saying to folks. I just want to make sure I say that clearly. Oh, it's Sunday. That's where Trisha and Coach Jesse are. What happened now? They're on the shop side. Enjoy a night of wonderful dream and sleep. How you doing, Leadership Reveal? TikTok shop is who you said it's a whole different animal. Is that what you're saying? Yes, yes. Oh, they're at church. Yes, yeah. Yeah, TikTok shop is a whole different animal. It is. It is. And so I say that clearly. You guys will hear me say that over and over again because I don't want you guys to feel as if you were not informed. Okay? Thank you so much. And again, I'm putting the onus on you all to do the training. So that way we all on the same page. Okay? Good morning, Flourish. How are you? Thank you for the daily heart, me friends. I did get my flash goal, if anybody was wondering. I did get it. Was it the I love you so much? I think that's what it was, or I can't remember what it was. Um, so yes, so I just started there because I wanted to say that. You look fresh and bright, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Positive solutions. That's a positive message. Thank you, friend. I am. I did. You guys see my pink bow? I did my mammogram yesterday. Pink Power Edition. We are still talking about October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you all. So make sure if you have not done so, make sure you have gotten your mammogram for the year if you haven't done so already. We're in October, so hopefully you can have that done before the year is out. Okay, and pinning our products. Okay, hold on one second. I missed something. How like you said, pinning our products that we actually like doing our regular live is working for me. Yes, yes. And so yeah, doing the shoppable lives, that's not a problem if you want to turn on your shopping cart. Again, you got to know the rules for it. So understanding shop as you do it is going to be really important. Um, but yeah, so turning the shopping cart is a game changer, especially this time of year because you'll get some traffic, more people coming in, but just know how to pin and unpin as you're talking about different products. Another amazing live and schedule small tweak. Look at you. I appreciate that, Flourish. Flourish, so that you guys know, she started a new live time. She's going in the mornings. And so she's been seeing some good progress there. So I love to hear that, Flourish. So thank you for sharing. Hello, Shay's Organic Skincare. Thank you for joining. Good, now I can do my heart me. Yes, you can do your heart me. I appreciate that. Ooh, I made my mammogram last week. Did you? You did your? Oh, you did your mammogram last week. Awesome, awesome. Yes, so I usually save it for like late September, early October. So when I was looking at the schedule, I did it like the last week of September last year. So I was like, oh, okay, so I'm on schedule. So yes, Lord, so good. Yeah, so look at your live analytics. Like I said, with the agency, I want you guys to know there's some good data for you when you look at your analytics. So pay attention to that. Anybody got some wins they want to talk about? Flores just mentioned her win. Anybody else? Because I want you guys to pay attention to your data. So if you are not looking at your data, this is the time to start looking at that data, okay? And see what you can change, what you want to tweak. She made a decision to shift her schedule. She was trying to figure out more capacity in her day, so she moved to an earlier morning time, and then she's doing the evening. I think Sundays is the evening time frame, and then maybe pop-ups on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evening. I think that's right. I'm trying to remember your schedule you sent me. No wins in refine mode. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. And refine mode is good because now you're seeing, okay, I did this thing for several months, and now I'm like, okay, let me make some tweaks now. And girl, I used the block and caught a person doing not nice things. Oh, was that one of your? She has some poachers, y'all. She has some poachers. So I'm happy you got your poacher out of there. That's good. Okay, that's good. It's not a win, but I've decided to go live every day next week. That's a win. Okay, Sunday through Friday, 8 a.m. now. Okay, Sunday through Friday, 8 a.m. Gotcha. You took Saturdays off. Okay, perfect. Yep. I said bye, Felicia. Thank you, Positive. Appreciate you, friend. Um, yeah, so bye, Felicia. Okay. Yeah, so I'm happy you caught one of your mini poachers. You know, she sells the plants, so she has some poachers coming in trying to get her customers. That's horrible. It's enough room for everybody. So if you can't get your own customers, don't come in and poach other people's. Come on now, that's just ridiculous. I helped my sibling do their first two TikTok lives. No way, that's awesome. That's awesome, Soda. I had seven and caught two. Oh my gosh, seven. Oh, that's horrible. Seven poachers. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's bold. Yeah, they come actually into her live, and they are impersonating her. Is it? They are they actually impersonating your like web page? Is that what's happening? Like they're making it seem like they're her. She's doing the live, and they'll send people their web their so your website. So they're sending people their website, but they're pretending like they're her. So it's really shady. Really, really shady. So that's good though that you're hopefully whatever you're doing to catch them, you can continue to do that. Especially if you have now that you're super fans, maybe they'll hone in on it too and say, okay, your poacher came into my inbox and tried to sell me something. So I think that could be another way to do it. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I'm gonna stay on for like 20 more minutes. I have a hard stop at 11. He said that's diabolical. It is. It is. It's some strange people out here. And I do know about the imposter and impersonator accounts. So it's just some strange people. Um, they act like my rep and seen a site. So sales are finally happening. We are all over. Oh, you're 24 super fans. Look at you. That's awesome. Just realized what you mean about poachers. Yes, yes. So people, so for Flora, she is a business account. So she actually has products that she's selling. She's selling her plants. And so there are people literally pretending, so impersonating, pretending to be her and sending their information to prospective clients. Yeah. So people who are asking, they're sending their information. It's really bad, actually. And then I actually have impersonators. So I actually have people who have accounts that are impersonating my account. So I'll show you guys. I still say I'm going to try my best to sit down and do it. I just don't have time, y'all. So I got to figure out how do I make time to deal with the impersonators at this point. So yeah, this is me live. That's me. I'm live. That's the agency account. You guys see those two. These are all the fake ones. There's more fake ones, y'all. Popping up. Those are all the fake ones. I think there's what, 15 of them? 16 of it? Oh, I've had some fake Dr. Lisa's message. Yeah, I know. Y'all know the real me. Y'all know how to do the custom name. I taught y'all how to do the custom name as well, so you know you could do that. So I did a video about it, but I'll show you real quick here so you know you're talking to the real me. You can customize anybody's name on your page. So if you go, let's see, let me go to my account. Okay, so this is my other account. So there's two ways to get to it, just really quickly so you guys know what to do. How you doing, D? How's everything going? Everybody wants to be Doc, but only one Doc. Thank you so much. Yes, especially do custom name of us, either two accounts like me. Yes, that's true. So here, you see the symbol. Nika showed me this. I didn't pay attention to this little man in the middle. The little man in the middle. You can unfollow people there, or you can customize their name. So if you click customize the name, you can type in. So if I say Doc, just make up a name, Doc Lisa TikTok, and I just put that there. Okay, so if I save it, that's the name you see for me. Okay, so whenever I message you, you will see that name, and you're like, okay, that's not the nickname I gave Dr. Lisa, so this is not the real person. They playing games. Or you can go here to the arrow, and it says it'll say edit name, but it usually says custom name, so it's going to edit. So I can delete this. If I delete it, it goes back to the regular name, and it goes back to my name again. But if I hit it again, it'll say custom name. See? So that's how you customize somebody's name. So you guys can do that really easily and keep track of any of those imposters, okay? And then if there is, your favorite creators or some other people, family members, or some special groups and stuff, or creators that you want to follow, you can always change their name and customize it, okay? Thank you so much. How you doing, Dr. Johnson? Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Dee's Digital Design. Appreciate you as well, friend, coming in with the populars and the gifts. Hey, friend. So yeah, so definitely customize the name so you guys have that information. You said, where did you get the custom stickers? Well, you're talking about, so when you go into the comments, you see the fan club stickers. Half of them, or what is it, like 5 or 6 of them, came from Nika Grace. Nika, are you still in the room? She gave me some custom stickers, and then my son gave me some as well. He made some. Yes, these are Nika's. Nika did these custom stickers. Oh, I can't pin them. It pops up the stickers when I do that. Okay. Oh, look at there. That was cute. A diamond ring. You're so sweet, Black Lotus. That was cute. I hadn't seen the diamond ring. Look at there. I made my custom stickers. Need to make some for this account. Yes, I love them. Yeah, so Nika did that. Nika, how did you do it? So was mine, she said she did them a couple different ways. Chat GPT, is that how you did it? You said I've never seen that. Yeah, the ring was cute, the diamond. The diamond. That must be a new one. They have a lot of new ones in there right now. A lot of new gifts. Thank you so much. Yeah, so my son did those stickers. When I do my hair bun up top, he made those for me. You said you use Canva. He used photo, I think, not Photoshop. He did Adobe. Maybe it was Photoshop. I used ChatGPT and just went back and forth with the prompt. Oh, look at you with it. That's cute. Thank you so much. When the train came through, somebody was honking outside. I was like, is it a sound effect? But no, it was outside. I was like, the train has a noise now. So yes, so that pinned. Okay, that's good. Oh wow. Well, he said that's a glorious gift. It is, friend. Thank you so much for that, Black Lotus. You're so sweet. So yeah, so you'll see right there, ChatGPT. Hey Lisa, you'll see right there how she did it. So she did those stickers. D, you do designs though too, don't you? You use Chat quite a bit, don't you? So yeah, just use Chat. If you have some stickers, use Chat to create your stickers for you. And then like she said, she had to go back and forth with the prompt, but you just need to know what specs, and Chat gives you that information from my understanding. If you ask it to do your TikTok stickers for you, it'll give you the specs for it, and then you just download them. Okay. I'm like a child about these TikTok gifts. They delight me so much. They do. They do. You guys, I had a ball looking at looking at the battles this past Friday that happened, and even yesterday, because people brought out some great gifts, y'all. It was interesting seeing all those gifts light up for many of you who did battles. So yeah, definitely see what's in there. There's some new ones that are not all. I mean, there's some ones that are expensive, but there's some new ones that are not crazy expensive. So it's reasonable. Yes, I do, and that's my goal today. Okay, your goal today is because you got a lot of people coming to your room now, so you definitely want to teach them You can teach them the stickers, and you can teach them how to grab your stickers and get comments that way too. He said, I have a list of people waiting for stickers, but I'm at some point I'll finish yours. Okay. Thank you, friend. Yes, I do. Yeah. So that'll be great. Your room is doing really well lately. Dee does the AI training as well. She does the design work too. All right, friends, got about 10 minutes left. Who is going live? Let's talk about that in the chat. Who are our live hosts for today and what time and time zone you're going live? We're going to do our 6:30 Zoom call. I'm going to talk about community guidelines. I'll talk about static images. I'm going to give a teaser, especially for my new folks, about Live Fest. So Live Fest is something you want to put on your radar. Okay. You said me last day to fill your gallery if you haven't. Yes, it is. I think these DJ glasses is still my nemesis. I think that's the one where it's like I think you have to do all five of them to at one time to make it light up. Because I've had people give two more and it does not work. I don't know what it is about those DJ glasses. It's something tricky there. But is Live Fest gonna be like the last one? So Live Fest is slightly different. Well, is different from Community Fest. Um, it's definitely one of those campaigns where there's a lot of big prizes, and depending on your live community and what you're doing, especially for the musicians, the dancers, the gamers, they try to put them in a different category because those are the ones that really are performing and everybody's flocking to their lives. But it's a lot of leaderboard stuff and prizes and stuff as your fan club engages and stuff. So you're gonna hear a lot about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. Appreciate that. So what does it say? Yes, I think so too. 10 a.m. Okay, the 92 weekend review live. See you all there. Okay, that's 10 a.m. What's 10 a.m.? Hopefully I'm back in time. I'm gonna pop in too for that. Kayla, you said 1 p.m. Eastern vibe workout. Oh, that's right. You're doing the vibration plate. I love that. You said the vibe workout. Speaking of vibe, real quick, Vibe Wellness Woman may be back. She may be back hopefully next week. She's slowly working with TikTok to get her account back up and running. So hopefully we should see her before the week is out. So going into next week. So hopefully she's gonna modify her schedule, but she should be back, y'all. Is Live Fest gonna be like the last one? So when you said the last one, you were talking about Community Fest. I think that's what you meant, or did you mean the Live Fest from 2024? 2024 Live Fest, it should be similar. Yeah. So happy. We're doing live together Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Wait a minute, you and Vibe Wellness Woman? You're gonna do a live together? Is that what you're saying, Holly Q? Are you Is that who you're talking about, Holly Q? I don't know if her account is going to be back by then, but it would be great if it is. I'm not going to say if it's not. Yes, for Vibe. Was going to ask about her. Yes, yeah. She had her account hacked. She had it officially hacked, y'all. So, yeah, so she had to work hard last week to get it back. It happened basically almost a week ago. I think it was on Saturday of last week. It happened. So, it's good. She's going to get it back maybe a little over a week out after it happened. But yeah, it was officially hacked. I'm supposed to be doing a live with her on Wednesday. Yeah, we're going to see if she's back up and running by then, Dr. Johnson. Yes. So, Holly Q, Dr. Johnson, to be determined. Now, she does have her other account, but I don't think she was trying to use that one for fully because I think there was something about the phone it was on. She needed to switch it to the other phone, but she didn't want to touch it because it would have logged her out. So she was a little leery about using the other account as like a primary. So my understanding though is that she's made a lot of headway with TikTok. TikTok paused the other account. They're gonna reset her account where she can do new login, new email for that account. So all that's happening behind the scenes. So hopefully she has access to everything by I don't know, today's Sunday, by early next week. So I don't know if it's going to be by Tuesday or Wednesday, but I would like to say she'll have it done before the week is out. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. You may not totally have her, You may have to postpone your plans for one more week, but possibly. We'll see. We're gonna cross our fingers that it happens quickly. Will it affect her status? What you mean by that? Positive solutions? What you mean status as what? I was thinking league. That's the thing that popped in my head. What you meant by that? You said that's beautiful. Yes. Yeah. So she's making some progress there. Happy Sunday. How you doing, sweetie pie? Appreciate you being here. So yeah, positive solutions. What did you mean by status? Status as a creator. She should be able to reclaim that account. I don't think it's going to change her followers or anything like that. I think they're going to add the new email to it, so or phone number she gave them, so that she'll have that login information created for the existing account. Being out for a week, so I don't know. I'm gonna say when I say being out for a week, I think about the league. Like, did her league drop? Did her gift gallery change? Did anything like that change? Possibly. I think she was one of those that was kind of fluctuating between C League and D League anyway. So it probably put her back in the D League, um, because when you are not active on her account for a week, the rankings are based on a 24-hour daily ranking. So it could have dropped her down, to, if she was C5, she might have got back to C1. Hopefully she has some shields to kind of lock her in, and she should be okay. And missing a week isn't terribly bad. You should be okay if you miss a week. When you miss like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, stuff like that, that's when you really are getting to a point where you might have to start from scratch. But she should be okay after a week. It wouldn't be a drastic drop, I don't think. Also, I love co-hosting. You also, please let me know if you like to co-host together. Awesome. I'm gonna do some co-hosting as well. So I'm hoping I can pop in on a few people and coordinate some co-hosting as well. So already, Coach Rhonda, I don't know, did she come in today? I don't know if she did. I don't think she did. Coach Rhonda reached out and asked me to co-host with her. Thank you so much, sweetie pie. And so I'll be doing that too. So holla, if you let me know. Maybe we can chat a little bit if you wanna do a co-hosting. Thank you so much, friend. So, but I like to do that. You guys know I'm officially in the agency now too. My account wasn't before, this account that is. So now I'm just like y'all. I'm back to personal account, creator account, trying to grow, trying to build. So I'm really trying to look at the data and the analytics, same way you guys have data, so that I can grow this account as well. So I'm gonna be intentional about growing my account. So I'm being very active as well with looking at my data and stuff. You said you would. Awesome, awesome. Good morning, Zen. How are you, friend? Appreciate you being here. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining the live Zen Stories. Appreciate you, friend. How are you going to do all three things? All three things. What you mean all three things? You talking about, so the shop I ain't been doing. If that's what you meant on the shop page. The agency page, we'll talk about that because I want to use the agency page to promote you guys a little bit more. So the hashtag that the short stuff talked about, I want us to use that a little bit more. The LYI agency hashtag. I want to post over there. I'm going to post here. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more active with my content too. So I got to do a little bit better with that. You said she's a superstar. I got this, huh? I got this. We miss shop page. I know, I miss it too. Agency, TikTok shop, and your own page. TikTok shop, as you can tell, is on the back burner. It is not the priority right now. I'm kind of bummed about that. Not that I'm bummed, but I'm kind of like, ooh, kicking myself, because really in my mind, I was really focused on Q4 for that account too. So if I was still being very active with it, I probably could jump into Q4 activities. But Q4 requires you to post a lot. You got to have like 10 videos a day you really want to do, so that you can have enough out there, so that people, ultimately, that people are seeing your content from a TikTok shop video perspective. And then going live, to me, is where you get a lot of your sales too, because you're talking about the products and people see them and they hear you, and they're getting a sense for what you have to offer. So I like Trisha T, she's not here right now, but I bought her frying pan because I went to our cooking live and saw her frying in the frying pan. Or Coach Chantel and her headset, the headband that she was wearing. I bought that too. Or Luna with the clicker. So again, shop allows you to see, the products that people have. I started another account, but I haven't used it. I'm struggling trying to keep up with this one. I know it's a thing, you all. So if you really are focused on your primary account, you'll see. You'll see it's hard to keep up with all things. But if so, Holly Q, and so if you guys get a chance to go to her live today, she talks about her schedule, her content planner. So again, there's some tools out there to help you kind of get going. How you doing? How you doing, Pastor Laverne? How are you, friend? And so there's some tools out there to kind of keep you organized, but it does require you to follow through, which is the biggest thing. I'm like, oh, I'm really focused on the agency. So the content is where I need to kind of spend a little time, schedule myself, and then follow through on doing it. Yeah. What time is Holly Q going live? She said, Holly Q, was that 10 Pacific time? Was it 10 a.m.? I think so. She's going 10 a.m. is that 10 is 1 East Coast time? I think that's 1 o'clock East. Am I right about that? I think I'm right. So, so I think that's 1 o'clock our time, Luna. But Holly Q, are you still in the room? She might have left. So, yes, okay. Daughter's in town, so popping in and out where I can. Look at there. Baby girl is back. That's sweet. So, is she having a good time in college? She's having a good college experience. I hope so. So, I'm gonna try to do a pop up on my baby girl. I'm probably gonna try to do that if I can in the next couple of weeks. So, all right, friends. I'm so happy she is. That's good. That's good. Spend some great, good quality time with baby girl. All right, friends. Let me go see my little guy as he kind of runs all up and down the soccer field, taking balls from other little kids. so it should be a fun time. I will be back at 4. Anybody interested in agency? I know some of our friends left, but if you're interested in agency, I will talk about it intentionally at my 4 o'clock. Just know I'm here for you. We talk all things going live, and then also say make sure you're going live so you can get the support you need, and then you're doing your own homework. Okay, so all that is important. Okay, all right, friends. I will see you later. Thank you for the populars. Have fun. Anyone. Oh, everyone have a good day. See you later. Thank you so much, friends. See you all later. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye bye. All right, friends. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.